So today we are going to review this. A cheap mulled wine from a big supermarket. The idea being that I taste it so you don't have to. Now, it's a couple of days before Christmas and people are enjoying mulled wine. I hate mulled wine, I think it's disgusting, so I thought it would be interesting to try a cheap mulled wine in a bottle. So I was in the big supermarket the other day, I saw this. Firstly, the thing we need to talk about is the price. So this was £3.50. Now if you take into account that duty on a bottle of wine, and this is 8%, so this holds true with this, so duty is £2.23. And then VAT as well, which is 20%. Once you've added the packaging, the label, the bottle, the shipping, the capsule, the margin of the supermarket, I think we're paying less than 20p for the juice. So that is immediately a red light to me that this might not be the most pleasurable experience. But we'll do it for you viewers. So what can we find out from the label? Well, there's various little icons that sort of point to what might be inside the bottle. So we've got citrus there, we've got grapes, good, so I think this is the wine. We've got cinnamon, cloves, all the sort of usual things that you would get in mulled wine. And on the back, so wine labels are pretty hard to distinguish anyway, to find out what's in them, and this one is particularly hard. So there is no origin of where the wine was grown and made. So normally you would have Australia, or in France you'd have AC Bordeaux or Macron or somewhere that denotes where it was. This just has that it was bottled in Huddersfield. I hope it wasn't grown in Huddersfield and vinified in Huddersfield. I'm sure it wasn't. So it's 8%. And they've gone with sweet and fruity with subtle spicy flavours. Okay, vague. And on the back, blended with cinnamon, cloves and citrus fruits. So your classic mulled wine spices. To give an aromatic mulled wine with warming, spicy notes. And they've also put goes well with mince pies, which is again very helpful. So, what does it taste like? Oh. Oh. It looks like a wine. It's the right colour. It looks like a light wine. It's not particularly dark. You can see through it. It could be a sort of light grape variety. Again, no indication of grape varieties on the bottom, it just says mulled wine, so it could be made with any grapes. Here goes. No. Ugh. I can see what they're going for there. You get cinnamon and cloves. You don't get any citrus, you don't get any fruit. It's just dominated by a kind of acrid cinnamon, acrid clove, touch of rubber. Really not very pleasant. Dirty, a sort of drainy, dirty flavour. And that's dry. So, it should be sweet, fruity, and subtle spice. The spices are not subtle, they smash you in the face. I can't get any fruit. Is it sweet? Oh, they're right about the sweetness. Wolf. It's just pure punching in the face sweetness with that rubber and acrid sort of manufactured spiciness and just sugar. No acidity, no structure. I tasted that blind. I wouldn't say that was wine. It's got no characteristics of wine. It's just a sweet, cinnamon, cloying goo. It's not great at all. I think it's going to be worse if I warmed it up, but let's try it warmed up, obviously. And so now I have a warmed up glass of this mulled wine. One thing, never boil your mulled wine because you'll just evaporate the alcohol, and the only redeeming quality of this is that it's got alcohol in it, so drink enough of it and you'll forget that it tastes absolutely disgusting. So what's it taste like warmed up? Oh, that's even worse. Oh, that was properly insipid. You've lost some of the structure, lost some of the fruit. Oh, that is revolting. My advice, make your own mulled wine. Just get a £6 bottle of red, make a sugar syrup, warm it with cinnamon, citrus, cloves, star anise, and then add some brandy like I like to do. Stay well clear of your supermarket cheap stuff.